Hello, folks, and welcome to the Champions of Champions Boxing Talk. This is my first official video, and it's a privilege to be talking to you guys and the whole of the YouTube community. Well, it seems like 2017 is going to be a fantastic year for boxing. I mean, how many great fights have we got? We've got two terrific ones this weekend in Danny Garcia v Keith Thurman and Tony Bellew v David Haye in the UK. Just a quick note on those two fights. I'm going for David Haye inside of 4 rounds v Tony Bellew, and I'm going for Keith Thurman on points against Danny Garcia, with, I believe, he will actually knock Danny Garcia down in this fight, which we don't see that often, do we? I think Lucas Matisse a few years back knocked Danny Garcia down on the Floyd Mayweather-Canelo Alvarez card. But to this subject in particular, it's been announced Manny Pacman Pacquiao v Amir King Khan. Some people are complaining about this fight, but you've got to give it to Amir Khan. He's an exciting force in boxing, isn't he? It's end-to-end stuff, and the fact that this guy seems to struggle to stick to a specific game plan makes him all that more exciting. Of course, we all know about Manny Pacquiao, so you've got two very exciting fighters here. So it should be, riveting viewing, shall we say. But there's one fighter in this fight who's won many world titles, who's had a lot of wars in his career, who's come back after defeat and won matches again. The other guy's Manny Pacquiao. And what I'm going to say here is, congratulations to Amir Khan. The guy is a warrior. Him and Kell Brook are carrying the sport of boxing. Amir Khan fights Canelo, loses in devastating fashion. In a fight I thought he was doing well in, but he got caught. Credit there. Then the guy's first fight back is against a man who is going to be in the top 30 pound-for-pound guys in history when it's all said and done, Manny Pacquiao. Kell Brook Golovkin, and now Errol Spence, a young, dangerous fighter. We don't know much about this guy in terms of fight elite competition, but the fight v Kell Brook will give us more about who the real Errol Spence is when he steps up to top composition. Right? But Amir Khan, he's been knocked out more recently than Manny Pacquiao. 3 knockouts, including in his 4 defeats on his record. When do we last remember seeing Manny Pacquiao, apart from the one-man Marquez fight, looking vulnerable? When was the moment in the Floyd Mayweather, Timothy Bradley or Jesse Vargas fights, or Brandon Rios or Chris Algieri, when you were on the edge of your seat thinking, oh no, Manny's on his way out here? There is none. My point is here, many people are saying Manny Pacquiao is 38 years of age. Now he is. So he may be past his prime. Well, I've got news for you. Amir Khan, in my opinion, is past his prime. Some people are also saying, and I understand it can happen, this is boxing. I could be way off on this, but I don't believe I'm going to be. The night Marco Antonio Barrera come to the UK to fight Amir Khan, it seemed like, time had finally caught up with the great legend. But here's the thing. If time catches up with Manny Pacquiao, does Amir Khan have enough left to exploit it? Because Amir Khan is not the same guy that beat Barrera that night. I'm just saying. He isn't. How can you be? When is the point when you've been through such... getting knocked out is traumatic. Getting knocked out... You see, Amir Khan has lost in knockout fashion in the most, well, let's put it this way. A variety of ways Amir Khan has been stopped. He's been knocked out cold, flash, Canelo. He's been knocked down, really hurt, got back up and took sustained beatings from Danny Garcia. Right? They can be sometimes worse than being knocked out clean. Then Brady's Prescott. He got hit heavily against a guy who I don't believe hits as hard then as this Manny Pacquiao now. He got up on shaky legs and he was brutally knocked down again. Michael Gomez. This guy's not in the same league as Amir Khan. He had him rocking. Right? It's not just Amir Khan's chin. I don't really think that's the thing. It's the way he positions it. And he seems to believe that when he's tagged, that he's Ricky Hatton, and he can go to war. That is not what Amir Khan should be doing. But here's the thing. Who are the guys that Manny Pacquiao struggles with? Number one, Floyd Mayweather. What does Floyd Mayweather do? He sticks to a game plan, doesn't he? He doesn't get hit and then suddenly thinks, right, Manny, you throw one, I throw one. Oh no, those defences come up, don't they? Marquez. Now, Marquez answers more than Mayweather. He's more of an aggressor than Mayweather. But Marquez is going to do what he's going to do whether Pacquiao hits him or not. Pacquiao lands, he throws combinations. Pacquiao doesn't land, Marquez throws combinations, he counters. There's a game plan. It's systematic with Floyd Mayweather and Juan Manuel Marquez. Amir Khan is not that guy. Amir Khan gets hit, stunned, and then, as Mike Tyson says, they've all got a plan until they get hit. Then before you know it, he's playing southpaws with the ultimate southpaw. Now, I've heard people say Amir Khan has speed. Think about this though. Who's Amir Khan fought recently who is as fast as Manny Pacquiao? Canelo is a big, strong dude. But if he can't get away from Canelo's shots, how does he get away from Manny's shots? Now, I know Manny can probably not knock him out in a single shot as Canelo did, but isn't Manny a better combination puncher? Canelo is low volume, and he's not quick. He doesn't have the footwork to get in range like Manny Pacquiao does. And here's another thing. The footwork, as I said there, Canelo has to plant his feet before he lands a shot. Manny can hit you in motion and be somewhere else before you respond. Guys, it's a different fight. And they say, well, Amir Khan does well with Devin Alexander, with Louis Collazo, other southpaws. But let me say, they're very cagey fighters, right? Devin Alexander is a guy that gets hypnotized in the boxing motion. He doesn't go to war. He doesn't smell blood. Louis Collazo, slick. Waits for mistakes, counters you again. Watch the Ricky Hatton fight. Manny Pacquiao, I must admit today, is a more calculated fighter than he used to be. But I've seen Manny still, when he's got his guy hurt, he knocks him down. Jesse Vargas went down. Jesse Vargas, if I know one thing about Jesse, he's got a chin. But Manny dropped him. Manny hurt him. Timothy Bradley's chin is almost legendary. Manny Pacquiao lately dropped Timothy Bradley down not once but twice. Manny didn't do that to Timothy Bradley years ago. And here's another thing. Well, Amir Khan is fast and a great boxer, so people are saying, well, all he has to do is watch the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. Well, here's the problem. As I said, Khan doesn't stick to a game plan, but are you telling me Manny landed a very good left hand on Floyd in the 4th round? Floyd took it and covered up. Floyd Mayweather has a chin on him. And Floyd did not take that shot completely flush, right? And in the 6th round, there was a similar shot. Floyd took it. Floyd took brutal shots in the 2nd round v. Shane Mosley. If Manny Pacquiao lands the same shots that he landed on Floyd Mayweather, you can put there, I think, 2 10-8 rounds. Because Amir Khan will go down. And Amir Khan will not have the wherewithal to sit on the ropes, put the high guard up, and rope-a-dope Manny. Till Manny's fire goes out, shall we say. Khan will want to answer back. But Khan is the wrong guy to answer back. And Khan is nearly 31 years of age, I believe. Old habits die hard. In one training camp, is Amir Khan going to become Floyd Mayweather? Because that's the way to beat today's Manny Pacquiao. Because Khan cannot be 1-1 on Marquez. Because Marquez took thunder from Manny Pacquiao. But Marquez has a legendary chin. So Khan can't go that route. So we're asking Amir Khan to pitch out a perfect fight. That's what we're asking of him. But there is one thing. There is one hope for Amir Khan. But still, I don't believe Manny's at this stage yet. On the night, I may be proven wrong. But there is one way Amir Khan can win, and this is it. This is the one and only Father Time. If Manny Pacquiao, he has to be really, really past his prime. Now, the Chris Algieri fight, Manny Pacquiao cleaned Macau with Chris Algieri. He hit him down so many times that the janitor in the arena thought Chris Algieri was a mop and started using Chris Algieri's body to clean the floor. Amir Khan went life and death with this guy. I personally scored that fight a draw. Now, people say styles make fights. Yes, they do, with A-level fighters. But Algieri is kind of a B-. And Manny Pacquiao made him look a B-. Amir Khan made him look like, you're up there with Floyd Mayweather. And, which, again, before the Canelo fight, when I watched Amir Khan that night, I thought, this guy, Chris Algieri, I think a few years ago, Amir may have stopped Chris Algieri. At least, put him down. But even in the fights that Amir Khan won, he was winning, in my view, quite clearly via Marcus Maidana. But he was really hurt at the end of that fight. See, how many times can you drink water from the well until it's completely empty? And as I say, Manny Pacquiao's chin has not really been badly, hit since the Marquez fight. But with Amir Khan, he takes brutal punishment in fights he loses and brutal punishment in fights he wins. And experience. Does that not count? The big occasion. Manny looks at home. The energy level. Manny Pacquiao's a 12-round fighter. He's there for 12 rounds. Amir Khan, to me, he's a front runner. The first 4 to 6 rounds, he could easily be 6 up against certain fighters. But then what? When the tank goes. That's something also to think about. So, the guys that are picking Amir Khan, are you really picking Amir Khan because you believe his skill set is above Manny's? Or are you actually thinking, well, Manny is past his prime, so Khan's a good bet? Because Father Time, in my eyes, is the only way Khan wins. Amir Khan throws combinations, but Manny's punches are better timed. Amir Khan is easier to hit than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's chin, I think he's better than Amir Khan's. He protects it better as well. Manny Pacquiao punches still harder than Amir Khan. And another thing, this is pretty good for a fighter that is so, apparently past his prime. After he lost to Floyd Mayweather, he came back after a year out. Timothy Bradley destroyed Brandon Rios, looked rejuvenated. Manny Pacquiao beat Timothy Bradley, and then won the lineal championship. Then Jesse Vargas, who knocked out Saddam Ali and was an underdog to do so, he fights Manny. And Manny wins the WBO title. I'm not saying that Manny Pacquiao is the guy that beat Cotto and beat Ricky Hatton. I'm not saying that's the same guy right now. But I still think there's enough there in that tank to beat Amir Khan. And let me just say this. These two have sparred, I'm hearing, as well. They're saying that as though it's an advantage for Amir Khan. Do you know Manny was also in them sparring sessions? Manny also saw Amir Khan in that ring. It wasn't just Amir Khan looking at Manny and that's it. Freddie Roach trained Amir Khan. Right? So, I don't believe that's an advantage. But here's the thing. Do I want Amir Khan to get knocked out in this fight? Well, I'm from the UK. I must admit, I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. I rate his style of fighting. In an ideal world, you would want Amir Khan, the UK fighter, to prevail and carry the flag for British boxing. But reality sets in. I have to think more with my head in this video than my heart. My heart wants Amir to be the superstar of boxing. So him and Kell Brook beats Spence, Amir Khan beats Manny, and then they have the super fight. But life doesn't work like that. So my head is saying the bookmakers are going with Manny Pacquiao. Now sometimes I do bet on underdogs, but in this situation, I'm going with the bookmakers on this one. And that is Manny Pacquiao to either win by late stoppage or to gather up enough points because of knockdowns. Because Amir will get up if he can. He's a warrior. They're both warriors. But every time you get knocked down, a 10-8 round really, isn't it? And Chris Algieri's chin, Amir Khan's chin. I think Chris Algieri's chin is slightly stronger. And as I said, he went down 6 times. Timothy Bradley's chin is definitely stronger and he went down twice. And Jesse Vargas is a young guy who hasn't took the punishment that some of the other elderly statesmen of the sport have. So Manny's punch is still there. Especially against a guy. He's not dealing again with Margarito. He's dealing with a man that has been knocked out in the lower weight classes and the higher weight classes. And against Danny Garcia, a 140-pound fighter. Who's Danny Garcia knocked out at the moment at welterweight? He was doing it regularly though. Maybe Rod Solker, but you can't include that guy. But, as I say, I'm going for Manny Pacquiao in this fight. It's off my head. I hope Amir can surprise the world. But I think only Manny turning up completely shot and, lost his reflexes and his instincts. Because Manny has better timing, and he's nearly. And I think Amir Khan is faster, but he doesn't have the stamina over a 12-round fight that Manny has. And he's a hell of a lot faster than the guys Amir Khan's been fighting. Manny has fought speedy guys lately. One of them being Floyd, the other being Timothy Bradley. He's more primed for this fight. And as I said, Amir has been hurt on many occasions now. And Manny has been the more active fighter. Sometimes you can make up for age by being more active than a younger man. So, Manny Pacquiao is going to win this one for me. If you guys think different, you may see something I don't see. But thanks for listening, and 2017 is going to be a splendid year. We may get some shocks along the way, and that's always, good for the sport. Keeps the interest in there. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this magnificent year for the sweet sides. Champions of Champions Boxing Talk, I'm out.